today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalty.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Flushed out right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Love now. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Giants at 7-4 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Throwing. Love. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. Shifts by him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. On the run, it's Brightwell. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Gary Brightwell, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Boston. And Davis with it left side. And he'll be dropped at the 30. And a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Boston. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw. Boston. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Slayton. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Love looking to throw it. He completes it to Beckham. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, Love. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 39, Love. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll check this down to McFarland. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On second down, McFarland. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Love. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal. Buying time to his left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jordan Love, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On third down, Boston. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeaux has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. He finds his man Johnson. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On play action. Love to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Up the middle with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw now. Here's Love. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Juwan Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Well, after that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Let's go now.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run again here with Robinson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Off the bootleg.
Boston. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Boston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Got ready.
On 1st and 10, Boston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Back to the air on 2nd down. Boston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dexter Lawrence. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Boston. And complete to Zach Ertz.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, You're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Again, it's Love. And this one's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all...
32. 52. 52
Let's go,
on 1st and 10, Love. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. First down, going to the air with Love. It's caught by OBJ. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Going back to Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Back to throw again. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And his kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down, Boston. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down, Robinson. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. To throw on second and 10. Love. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Final play of the half. Love. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On first down, Boston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Robinson up the middle, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Robinson with another carry. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Looking to throw. Boston. Oh, into a sea of defenders, have intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Here's a give to Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Barkley is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Boston looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Boston. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing on 1st down. Boston. Caught right side, Davis. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of...
victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.